Hey, welcome to my journey. Today's video is a little different. I'm going to tell you right up front, it is not one of these beautiful aesthetic, clean with me videos. Let's rearrange and decorate. I don't know how to do those videos. I just don't. We talked about that on my way in. I don't have that vision. I just don't. But y'all know that I bought those dishes at Habitat. And that is what started this whole kitchen reset. The vibe I'm going for. And I'm not through. There's things that you'll see this middle table, things I want to change. But I have to just go, as I thrift and I find things will change. But until then, I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy with the way it turned out. So I've not edited it yet. I don't know what the footage is like. So I'm not really sure what kind of video you're going to see. But it is what it is, I guess you could say. But I know some of you would be interested to see how I use my finds, especially to center around my new dishes. And so I finally got it done today. So all I know is we'll turn around and get started. All right, I'm going to do it before. Don't pay attention to things that shouldn't be in here. We'll get to it. So there's my new Pioneer Woman utensil holder that I just bought that I absolutely love, and it is perfect size, but it's not going to match. That is Brunswick stew left over. And see, there's the red curtains. Definitely not going to match. And my blue stuff's not going to match. Then over there, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about my table as far as matching. I just don't know. And then there's all the dishes that I gotta find somewhere to put, and my red canisters. So let's go over here, and I'm currently uploading a video that when it takes too long in my in there, my coffee area, when it takes too long in my computer room, craft room, I mean, I bring it in here close to the router and it goes faster. So, oh, hold on. This is a huge part of the reset. Huge. Okay, I'll start working on this coffee bar. I've already taken off all my coffee cups in my holder. And I'm gonna keep my eye out for a vintage metal cup holder. I really, really want one. They're too expensive on eBay. I'm gonna keep my eyes out. But in the meantime, I spray painted the light color one dark, and you'll see it when I put this all back together. But what I need to do is, I got all my kitchen laundry down there. I need to get that in the wash, and then these, I don't even want to look inside how dirty they are, have been up here ever since I got this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me look. I'm gonna raise you up. That came from Hobby Lobby many years ago. So I'm going to change my aisles. Much as I hate to do it, I'm also going to take that stuff off because it's not going to match. I've got to find something new. Haven't found anything new yet, but this is where I'm starting. Getting this mess right here cleaned up and washing my kitchen laundry so I can start putting it back together. Okay, we're going to start over here because I have all my dishes over on the island, and I need to get them in the cabinets because I got all kind of other stuff I need to have room for over there. So I'm going to take everything out of here, and I don't know, we're just going to take it out. You know, David said I have to save dishes for him because he said he is afraid to, oh, isn't that cute? I forgot I had that. Look. He says he don't want to sleep with one eye open if he breaks my new dishes. Well, I know which ones he'll want and which ones he won't. So, and some of these I'm going to keep and still use. And there's not much in here I'm going to get rid of. Like I'm going to save it for if I ever change my mind, because I'm that person. I will change my mind in a minute. Okay, I'm leaving those because those are like dishes I had growing up. It's these Granada, Sheffield. It seems like, did these come out of like, and there's a whole set of stuff, you know, bowls and all kinds of things. Matter of fact, I have 2 bowls right here. They got cups, all kind of plates and things. So I'm going to keep those. I need to, and I'm really, rearranging all my cabinets. And I'm going to leave that, I think. That's just some mini muffin pans, and I think I'm going to have to go in front of y'all. Hold on. Oh, what am I doing with the heart? I don't use that. I don't know if I ever had. I don't know where they even got it from. These are Pepper Chef crust covers. Ask me when's the last pie I made. That's right. You don't know. Because I don't either. So I'm getting rid of that. Now I'm going to wipe down those inside. That is just a piece of floor covering we had left. I'm sure I'm right in front of y'all. Ooh, that was dirtier than I thought. Listen, if you don't have one of these grabbers, you need to get one. They're handy for all kinds of stuff. Okay, that was actually, I'm sorry in front of y'all. I told y'all on my weighting video, this would not be an aesthetic, because I don't know how to do that. So, let me put what I'm going to save. I have a big tub down here, stuff I'm going to save that I just don't want to get rid of. And then we'll start loading these dishes up. Okay, I meant to say a while ago, ignore Criminal Minds in the background. I have to have my emotional support TV show on when I'm working. I brought my dishes over here. I don't know that all this is going to fit, just to be honest with you. I don't know. I know I am going to put this over in my Lazy Susan with my other trays. I know I'm going to do that. And then these 2 serving bowls, I'm going to put up there with these Korea serving bowls. I'm going to put them up there too. Because this is a cabinet where I use everything, and I will need to grab those more than I will those pie pans and tart pans and things. So, next, I think, I don't know if that's going to fit. I don't think that's going to fit. Okay, these are these considered salad plates? Dessert plates? You know, I don't know my dishes. I don't have a clue. And then these little dishes, let's put them right there. And then I have, they are going to fit. They certainly are. I'm going to put, these are, we just use these for little sandwiches and whatnot. They're just little Tupperware. I'll put them up there. And then I have bowls. Look at there. It's fitting. I don't believe it. You know what? I have got room to put that back there. And that right there. See, I have to keep these for David. These are a must. He's had these for years. They're his go-to for about everything. And then I'm keeping big and small of the cornware. And then he has cornware bowls in the other cabinet if he needs a bowl. So guess what? I can get these things right back up there. Oh, that looks good. I like it. Now I have to figure out where to put my cups and saucers. I know where I'll put my coffee cups, but my cups and saucers, I gotta figure that one out. So anyway, there's the cabinet part. Okay, now we are going to start on this side. Now, these are not 70s. These are 80s. But I love them so much because I had this one in the 80s. And I have thrifted all this because obviously I didn't sell my stuff. Oh, I think I have recipes in there. I do. I have recipes in there. So I'm going to find a place on the other, and if I see any of this at the thrift store, I will buy it. I got those for free up at Mystery Box. So let me move this stuff out of the way. Clean these. Because they absolutely need it. I got this off Amazon. Was it Amazon? Or was it Walmart's? No, I think it was Amazon. And I have two of them because I like the one on the other side of my kitchen where I cook so much that I bought another one for this side. So both sides look the same, but you know what? I'm cool with it. Plus it gives you extra room to store things. I can't tell. Something has sit on there and discolored that, and I don't know what that is. Now, you just have to, while we're cleaning around here, ignore my backsplashes because they have broken loose, and it's until we ever do anything to this kitchen, we're not touching it. So it's just ugly, and we deal with it. I'm going to move that. See, I made that. I love it, but it's not the vibe I want now. I think I know what I want to put in here, but I'm not sure. I'll leave that push pin for now. Okay. I know this cabinet down here I've already organized. We use this, but I don't think it's going to hurt us to reach right there, pull it out of the cabinet, and use it because it's just in my way for something pretty. So I want that there. Probably going to put these over here. This is my percolator and my teapot. In case you wonder, it's got, well, it fell off, but it's got a little chain that hooks onto the back of that and dips down in there and steeps your tea. You put them over there. And I do know what I want in this corner, so let me come back in a minute. Okay, I found these cookbooks. These are not necessarily 70s cookbooks, but I like them. So I'm going to put those there. And this is David's Mama's. And the pattern is perfect for, can you see that? Hold on. I think I like it. If I don't, guess what? I'll be changing it. That's what I do. Now I think I know what I want to put there. I hope it fits. It is my coffee pot. I thought maybe I'd have room up there, but my sugar and my creamer. Is that too busy? I gotta think on that. I think I might like it like that. And then I'm gonna put these. These absolutely don't match, but they are my vintage things, so they're gonna stay on the counter so I can use them. I think for now that's how I want it. I'll find something to do on that shelf. I think that's how I want it. Like I said, and the final. Oh no, there's something I forgot we got to do. Hold on. This has got to come down. This is two farmhouse. Hold on. I'm trying to get in front of y'all, but it's not that easy. No, it's just two farmhouse. I found these at Shamrock. There's nothing on the back to hang them. So what I did was I super glued a piece of string and just a little piece of cardboard box. And one of them was loose, so I had to super glue it. So I'm going to hang that there. And I've got to stick another one and let it sit a little bit before I hang this one. So then I'll show you once we get it done. Because I got to look around there and make sure it's even. Okay, now we're going to start on this side. First of all, these things stay on the counter at all times. These are our breakfast dishes and our one knife that we use for everything. And if I had something prettier, other than this towel, I have two of them, then we would use it. But I don't have another solution. I don't like a dish rack. I don't have another solution except just to keep it here. It's just, I need it to, this is a working kitchen. It's not, for the homes and gardens. Now I have decided to put this down in the big room because I don't bake like I used to. I used to do cakes and breads and all that, cookies, and I don't do that anymore. So I don't need that here. I've already found a place for it. And this, I've got something over here that I hope is going to work. We'll find out. And again, don't look at the backsplash because it's just coming apart. Ain't nothing we can do about it until we decide to get around and redo the kitchen. So it don't bother you, it don't bother me. I mean, it bothers me, but all right, hold on. I have two of these. I don't even know where I found them, but I think they're hotel bath mats. They might have come in some towels that I bought a big bundle of at Goodwill. They could be hand-me-downs. I couldn't tell you. So like I said, these three things are always there. And then as I wash and go, that's where I put everything. Gosh, ooh, that place was dirty. Now I've already put my butter dish over here because I needed to wash the other one. And oh, this place is dirty. This is embarrassing to show you how dirty everything is, but it's just how it is. Where was that? Something stuck on. I don't know what that was. I don't even know if y'all were in the right shot. Hold on. Now, this was my Pioneer Woman red. And I went ahead last weekend and spray painted it brown. And I like it. I like it a lot. I knew my white one is going to be too white. So I opted to get me some brown spray paint to make it blend in a little bit better. And that's the only reason I'm not using my little white owl. John sent me that. Matter of fact, I think I might have cracked it. I'm not sure. But just because it's white. That's the only reason. Alright, let's put our butter back. And before we do that, let's see. I bought this because I need a new... Can y'all even see what I'm doing? Hold on. Beep. I bought a new salt box from Amazon. Oh, okay. I don't do pepper like that. Looks funny on the top. That's supposed to be like that. Because here again, this is white, and that's just too much. And if you notice, there's a piece of a saltine cracker in there. That helps your salt from clumping. Okay. I'll run that through the dishwasher. And I'll just put it right back there. Oh, okay, I like that. Let's boop you back up. Hold on. I like that. I really do. And then I've already filled up my salt and pepper shakers that goes with my set. Okay, that's salt. I'm going to put it right there. And the pepper. And then these, I have a red one and a blue one. They don't match, but I use them. Probably I could get, I don't use them all four. I probably could get by with that. That's what I'm going to do. I will store. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay. Now let's see if this is going to work like I hope. This is, and I had to look up and see what it was because I wasn't sure. It's a gravy boat. Yeah. I'm hoping these will fit in here without, because I do like having my, okay, I can't do that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one little bit. I got to come up with something for that. Okay, until I find something at the thrift store. Well, really, she don't look, yeah, she's a little bit white, but she really don't look too bad. Kind of breaks up the color. Let's see, can y'all see? I don't think that looks too bad. Now, I have an idea what I'm going to do back here. I hope it looks like I pictured in my mind. I only had one dish that was chipped, but I didn't want to throw it away. So what I want to do, I have this that I had in the living room. And I think these wood things are classic 70s. I remember Mama going to estate sales and stuff in the 70s and buying wood things like this. They were very popular. Excuse me. And of course, you know, I've thrifted mine. I probably need to wash this glass. Okay, I'm hoping this will fit like a glove. And I'll put that crack in the back. I think I like it. I don't know if it needs anything else around it or if that simplicity is enough. Now, this right here is kind of a modern thing, but for now it stays. So, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely change my white cup. That's, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let's see if this is too much. I took my owl cups. I don't know, let me see. Off my cup holder and wash them because I put other cups up there. Is that too much? That clashes, don't it? That clashes. I don't like that at all. Well, I'll be on the lookout at the thrift store, put it that way. Because I am not through thrifting this kitchen. That is 100% true. Okay. Well, that's all for the kitchen counters. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Okay, I'm gonna work on this over here too. I'm gonna leave the hall because I like it. I actually like this over here too, but I'm gonna do some changes. Now that empty spot, Holly took that, but some of these things are gonna stay. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, the witches are staying. They're just staying. That's not up for discussion. And so are my little fairies on top. My little fairy witches, they're staying. But I'm gonna work on this. Some of this stuff might go in the living room. I'm gonna change it around probably, but I'm not gonna video it because that's not part of the kitchen. So my next step is to get all this, except for the witches, off of the shelves. Look, I got a lot of stuff, y'all. I'm just sitting here looking through the camera. That's alright, I like my stuff. Alright, here is the sliding glass doors. I'll show you this. I already moved that up there. But I'm going to take those little things down. I'm changing. But here is the before. Let me back up. Of that. This is the next thing I'm going to tackle. Now my chairs don't match my table because those chairs are long gone. And the ones I had that even halfway matched, they broke. So these are just some sturdy old ugly chairs that I found at Goodwill, and they were on sale, and I think I ended up paying less than $3 a piece for them. So that's why we're using them. And the one you can't see is the one before I had my knees, hold on. Before I had my knees replaced. Oops, I couldn't get up off of a regular size chair. So that was like a bar stool, and David cut the legs off for me. And I just leave it there because Jacob sits in it. So that's good. First thing we're going to do, get rid of these. I don't need these anymore because I don't have any checked curtains. I'm going to work on that. So let's dump these. I don't really have curtains or placemats that are really like what I want, but there's not much I can do about that. We save our fast food napkins and all this mess. We never use it. They was like, but we might. I'm like, well, I don't want it on my table anymore. So I'm going to look through here and keep what we might want. That. And we want some sunnies. Of course, we'll keep sunnies. And we keep extra McDonald's. There's a couple little jellies. An empty butter. We really don't need that. I don't need whatever that is. I don't need a Sunny's white. That's Texas Pete. Look how it's this color. It's been in there so long. There's Subway mayonnaise. I guess these jellies come from maybe ordering breakfast out or something. Oh, sweet and sour sauce from. I don't even know if y'all can see what I'm doing. I had to look and see. Polynesian, you don't eat that. There's an icing. That must come from if we get. I sure don't need ketchup. Breakfast or something that comes in. I don't remember us getting breakfast to go like that. And KFC sauce, we don't even eat that. This one just goes in the Polynesian sauce, sweet and sour sauce. So all this right here will just go in this drawer over here. And then all this will go in the trash. Okay, now I'm not gonna clean it yet. I'm gonna get rid of this now. I got new napkins, so I'm not gonna use these, but I'm not gonna get rid of them because we do like our napkins. And set them over there. And this is the stuff I've got to make look a little bit more dingy. You see that? That is where the salt shakers have been, and the salt rusted it out. But I'm not going to use it because it's too modern looking, and it is modern. Come on. Okay. This came from the thrift store, of course. I love it. We actually use this a lot, turning around to get napkins or, look, I give $10. That tells you right there I got it at Wanda's. I think we'll do all this first and then we'll clean the table before we put it together. So let me show you my thoughts of what I'm going to do for now until I can thrift something that I like better. There's this. Okay. Oh, I don't have anything for these yet. And listen, I know it is not environment friendly, but you know what? We aren't either. We like our plastic forks and spoons. We just do. So, obviously this red is not going to work. We do use our straws. So I found this little thing, orange, for 79 cents at Salvation Army, actually, I think. So I'm going to use that for my straws, and you can get rid of that. And then this, remember when I thrifted this a while back? I said I don't use it for napkins, but it's going to be over there and be pretty. I give $2 for it. That was either, nope, I remember what it was. It was at Nazareth. But what I'm going to do is, since we do save our fast food restaurant napkins when we bring them home, I'm going to put them in there instead of that ugly basket. So let me move these things out of the way. And then I'm going to keep the salt and pepper shakers. They're Al's. Al's was a 70's thing. Now the red don't match, but I got these little cups for free, these little glasses for free at Habitat. So that's what's going in there. And this I'll just save. This is not going to match, but it's going to match until I can do better. Now we hardly use any. Now if I had pretty 70's colored stuff, it would be nice, but I don't. So I will just put a little bit of each in here and just refill it as necessary. Because that's just going to have to match for now. I will have that on my list of things to be on the lookout for. Okay, now let me clean this old dirty table. This is a table that I told David. I grew up with this table. Mama bought it. Probably, if she didn't buy it in 71 when they bought this house, then she bought it before then. But it's solid oak, heavy as can be, sturdy as can be, and it has two leaves that go in the middle that we always have to use for our family get-togethers. And I told David, I don't care how we're decorated, you will never get this table from me. When we first started, after we redid the house, he wanted to buy a new table. I said, no, non-negotiable. Now I do need to clean my chairs. So let's see what we can get going on here. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. Well, let's put this stuff on here. So there, we'll put our straws in the middle. Salt and pepper shakers. Little napkins. And see that's like a sore thumb. You know what? That don't really look too bad with that color. There's a lot of color going on there. But I'll work on it. So hold on just a minute. These are what I just found at Habitat for. She gave them to me. Like I said, all 7 of them was $1.86 with tax. So I gotta see how to arrange them. Yeah, that's a lot going on here, but I can only do what I can do until I run across things at the thrift store. But I knew when I saw these orange napkins, that's what I wanted. And can you believe when I washed them, they ran? They faded on some of my white dish towels. I would have never thought it. If I had thought it, I would have put in one of those die catcher sheets. If you don't use those, get you some. They work wonders. If you buy something new and you're not sure if it's going to run or not, get you some of those die sheets and throw it in there. I promise you, you will not get anything faded on the rest of your clothes. I love those things. I think Shout makes them. I highly recommend them. I keep them at all times. And had I thought these were going to do that, I would have put it in there. Yeah. See that these colors don't go, but there's really nothing I can do about it because this is this is something we use at the table. So I don't know what else to do about it. Unless I can find, I wish I could find another one of those things for these, but I can't. I guess I could like put these aside and buy clear. But then my straws are all colors and Jacob picks a different straw every time. So let me see what I got in the area of placemats that will even look halfway decent. So hang on. Okay. Until I can thrift anything better, I'm gonna have to go with one of these. That's all I know. So that side is too much. So I can go with that color. This is double-sided, so it's the same. I can go with that, or I can go with that color. Okay, I'm going with that over there. This looks pink. So I'm just going with this light for now. That's is the best I can do. This is my least favorite, with the exception of this. This is my least favorite area of the kitchen. This will be my work in progress. I found some vintage placemats on eBay, but oh my gosh, they're asking an arm and a leg for them. And my camera fell. So see, it's just gonna have to be like that. It's just gonna have to look like that. See, I could put something really pretty like a hurricane lamp or something in the middle, but we use this stuff on the daily. Jacob uses this stuff. I use this stuff. David uses this stuff. So it's like a working table. That's all the way I know to describe it is a working table. So it just is what it is. Now, I really just got to put up a few more decorations and tidy up, and I'll be ready to show you what I've been doing. Okay, I thought we'd go around the kitchen and see what I've done. I will try to tell you what's new, what's thrifted, what's hand-me-down, etc. So I did switch these because we had to get a new air fryer, and it's smaller than the other one, so it looked odd with the small air fryer in the corner. But of course we bought those news, and that's my gifted, beautiful cutting board. And then nothing changed over here. Those, of course, were thrifted. They've been there for a little bit. And then, you know, my Pioneer Woman was bought at the consignment antique vintage market. I don't know what you would call it. I told David I need to get rid of those red spatulas. They don't match. But anyway, I spray painted it, and I love the way it looks. And, of course, here, my dishes. The salt box is new. The little plates are thrifted from umpteen years ago. The cup, I'm not sure where I got it. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to keep it. I think I've already said that. But for now, it's okay. And then that is the one chipped plate, and the little hurricane lamp is thrifted. Now here are my curtains. They are brand new. I love them. They're lined, and they're nice and neutral, so it doesn't clash with my pattern things. And then over here, my percolator and my teapot thrifted. And of course, you know, my dishes. And then I forgot I had this little teapot in the closet, and it's yellow and it's perfect. So that was thrifted, obviously, as were the cookbooks and the stand. And that was, I explained, David's mama's recipe box. Okay. Then over here, the coffee time came from Hobby Lobby many years ago. Now, I did take that one down that doesn't match. I need to find one little something to put there. But those were maybe thrifted or Dollar Tree. I think thrifted. I'm not sure. And then those were thrifted cups. And, of course, here's my dishes. And those two Mr. Peanut jars that I traded my canning jars for those to put my sugar and creamer in, those were thrifted. And the my extra coffee cups that aren't with the dish set, they just go around that little Lazy Susan. And then there's my teas and coffees and taters and onions. And, of course, my basket stays. It's not pretty, but it's useful. Now that my mama made way back in the day when bag holders became something, and match or not, I won't get rid of that. And then here is my curtains over the sliding glass doors. I absolutely love it. It just brings this side of the room together better. It's not as near as cluttered looking. And there is my chair I thrifted. David had to go to Lowe's to get something, so I got him looking for a clay pot saucer for the bottom so it'll look better. So he's going to get that for me. That's not a clay pot. It's plastic, but it's clay colored, so I think it'll look better. And then here's my little tree, of course, with my little Debbie ornament that John gave me that will always be at the top no matter the season. And then back there, those little were thrifted. That is my Mama's McCoy cookie jar. I'll never get rid of that. Some of those blue ball jars in the back were hand-me-downs. Some were thrifted. Of course, you know, my little donkey was thrifted, and the greenery I put in was thrifted. And then here's all my books, my Gooseberry Patch books that I have collected, and most came from Joan. And then up here, I didn't change this. That is vintage as it is. The picture came out of David's grandma's house when his uncle got it when she died, and we bought it from him. And then so we got it when he died. And that picture was hanging. I don't know where it's from, but I loved it. And then, of course, the sconces on the side were thrifted, of course. And then this is my least favorite because I don't like the placemats and I don't like all the mismatchy in the middle, but it's going to have to do until I can get things that match. But I do love that very much. And then over here is my little owls. That's all my little blue owls. And then you see that right there? I had thrifted that years back at Wanda's. It's like $2. That is a 100% 70's decor piece, but I got it because it was an owl. I wish I could run across more of that kind of stuff because I'd put it in here. And then over here, I've still got places for things. I'm trying to hold this. As I thrift, I will run across things. But I love this perfect size for my coffee cup collection, my vintage coffee cups and my restaurant coffee cups. And don't worry, any owls that seem missing have been relocated to other parts of the home. They have not been put away. And then, of course, I'm thinking everything on here is a thrifted item. Every single solitary thing. Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely, 100%. And those pictures, my great aunt painted. I was at, if y'all don't know the story, I was at Goodwill a few years back, maybe 2 years, And I looked up, and as soon as I saw them, I said, I know those. I know that style. And sure enough, it had her name on it. I don't know who had them and who got rid of them, but I snatched them up so fast, your head would spin. So that's where those came from. And then that oil lamp is my mama's. I don't know how that thing is. The witches were bought new, except for the little one on the right. She was a thrift find. And of course, these witches in here, some of those were thrift, and some of them were gifts, and some of them were just what we bought at Land of Oz. Thrifted on the middle shelf right there. And those, I meant to slide that over. You see the corner? The corners are cut out on every single shelf, and I think maybe they put things in there that needed to be plugged in. But I always put stuff, oh, you can see that, and I need to slide it over. I put stuff in the corner so you can't see it, but I meant to slide that to the middle until I find something else. So there is that. Now here's this one. And my little fairy witches, whatever they're called, they're not going anywhere. And then I just kept this the same because I like my candles, and I like my little timer candles I got from the Dollar Tree, and my little people right there. And then there's this. Thrifted. The owl in the middle was made for me by a subscriber, and she's beautiful. That goes with my dishes. And then this was all thrifted. And it is nothing. It's not 70s. This is 80s, but this whole room is not completely 70s. This 70s vibe is what I want, but vintage is what I love. I refuse to get rid of that because I love that stuff. I used to have some of that stuff back in that day, and so I refuse to get rid of it. Now, I wasn't going to show you the living room. I did clean and rearrange some things in there, but what I want to do is I want to go through and turn off the lights and see how, because it's daylight out. This is 12:20, and see. Oh, it's not that light. It's this one over here. How dark my kitchen is. Look at that. Oh, I love it. It's not pitch black, you can see, but it's cozy. That is what is cozy to me. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was nothing pretty to look at, but I thought I'd bring you along anyway. So there you have it. There's my new kitchen reset. I like it. See you when I see you.